Welcome back, everyone, to the Black Carnivore podcast. I am really excited to introduce you to another member of the Black Carnivore team who has had a tremendous amount of success, and I'm really excited to hear his story. How he found success, how he found his way to our group, and what words of wisdom he has. Because when you see this kind of success, you know that there is some wisdom behind it. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Kasaan. Did I say that right?
Yeah, perfect. You're the first one that get it. Mostly
Okay,
people
awesome.
butcher it. Trying to get his phone set up. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, my name is a little bit difficult too, so I do really make the effort to get it right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us, I saw your before and after picture on Facebook, and what's your story? Where did you start, and how did you get there?
Well, actually, my story is I was an athlete all my life and had some military background. So, so I was always used to some physical activity. So, I started, I was able to retire. So, I always worked out, eating the standard American diet, but not really seeing the results, now that we're getting older and things like that. And tried everything under the sun. And actually, I have a neighbor of mine. He sent me a video and it explained it. It was a short video, and I might have had it in my phone for like a week or two. And he was like, "Have you watched the video?" And I was a little reluctant, so I just watched it. And he's like, "Yo, just do whatever you're gonna do this week, and just jump in it the next week." But I was so excited, I just started that following day, and I haven't looked back. I mean, I had a couple of reward meals here and there, but I feel horrible afterwards. So I just stuck to the plan, and it's coming up on a year. So I'm happy with my results so
So
far.
wait, what video was this?
It was Doctor. I think it was Doctor Baker.
Uh-huh.
It was
Okay.
Sean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sean Baker, and
Uh-huh.
he was sad because I'm 6'5", and like I said, I was always an athlete. So he
Mm-hmm.
was saying mostly for people, they have to really stay away from most carbs. Some people can eat carbs; that's good for them. But I'm the I can't. I mean, it just sticks to me. So
Yeah.
I found this to be the simplest and the best. I never felt better.
So you just watched the video one time, next day you
One
just jump
time.
right into it.
Next day I was into it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like that. I have a tendency, in order for me to achieve anything or cut anything out of my life, I just have to stop it cold turkey. I can't ease back. I just have to do it, you know. And then after what, 2 weeks, it became piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what was it like those first few days? Did you
First
have
few days,
cravings? Was it difficult?
no, because I was actually I was already doing low carb, but I was doing like um a lot of, well, I won't say low carb, but I was eating a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fruit, vegetables, and meat. So I just eliminated that. So like I said, I had really been off of the sugar, um, besides the fruits anyway. So like I said, I think that made it a lot easier for me. I had bagged
Mm-hmm.
up off the standard American diet, so you know, it just happened to work out better for me like that.
So you were sort of doing lowish carb. Had you
Yeah,
lost weight before, or were you finding it didn't bring you the success you were looking for?
yeah, I had lost weight before, but I was doing bunch of cardio, and my
Mm-hmm.
diet, it seemed like I could never get both together. Either I was working out or I was eating right. I could never get both. So I was becoming skinny fat, from all the
Mm-hmm.
cardio I was doing. And, without clothes, I was still flabby and fat. And with this, it just, everything just seemed to tighten up, and go in the right places. Yeah.
So were you also working out or in the beginning, or did you put that on hold as you were getting started?
No, I kept everything the same. I work out 5 days a week, um, for like an hour, hour and a half, cardio with weights, light weights, and I just kept the routine going. And no matter what, no matter the weather, no matter the situation, no matter what came up, I have a home gym, so I just stayed on that. And like I said, it seemed to work for me.
Excellent, excellent, and lucky to have a home gym. That must really make it things easier.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot easier. I mean, I have a gym probably 10 minutes from my house, if that, but I find it better where I can do things my own and do it at my own pace and incorporate
Mm-hmm.
what I want. I don't have to wait on a machine. Some days you'll get a membership and don't even feel like driving. You drive right by the gym, all kind of crazy stuff. So I'm like, I can just go in my garage and knock this out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just went
Absolutely.
to flea markets and thrift stores and Goodwills and just bought some gym equipment and just started from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent. So your friend, is he also doing carnivore, or how did he
Yeah,
even bring it
yeah.
to you?
Yeah, I'm so proud of him because he well, when he gave it to me, he really was because he had just came off major knee surgery. And he was on a walker, and he's older. He's about to hit 60 here pretty soon. But he was out of work for about a year. And then he came by one day and he went from 300 to around 230, with no exercise whatsoever. He been
Mm-hmm.
able to stick it out also. He saw my results, my progress, and it motivated him. So
So
he's
the two
doing
of you are
great.
like motivating each other. He brought you the diet, then you did so well, you encouraged him, and it
Yeah,
goes back and forth.
exactly, exactly,
So lucky you to
exactly.
have somebody in real life. So many people don't have that. I mean, that was part of why I started this community because, they have no one.
Yeah, this diet is simple, and I think it's so simple that it's hard for people to believe because we've been taught, our whole life the way to eat and eat this and eat that. So, when you explain to them the simplicity of it, first thing they want to think about is cholesterol and all this here. And you try to explain to them that, it's not like that. And like I said, it's the best decision I've ever made. It has worked wonders for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
So, how much weight did you lose, or how much muscle did you gain, or what would you say is the best thing that came out of it?
Um, well, see, see, the key for me, and it might not work for others, but the key for me, I kept everything simple. I ate the same thing every day. I threw away my scale. I
Nice,
never weighed myself.
excellent,
Yeah, any of that.
bravo.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I just think 2 meals a day, same thing. I never get bored with it. And I eat a steak at night. Well, for dinner, my second meal. So I know should be around 100 pounds. You know, I drop like 100
Wow.
pounds. Yeah,
And so I
yeah.
assume in that process you also regained muscle that you feel like you had lost when you were getting skinny fat, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I had a
Yeah.
lot of muscle, a lot of muscle memory from my, athletic days. So, that was uh that came back. That was easy more to show. That was more revealing, because of the fat loss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So that's just amazing.
yeah, yeah. The
Um,
only time I weigh now is when I go to the doctor. Other than that, I mean, and actually I have two scales, and that don't even bother me to I don't even go near them anymore. I just
mhm.
stick with the routine, stick with the
What
program,
does your doctor say?
Oh, the numbers came back great. Everything was fine. And actually, I didn't even tell him what I was doing. I just
Hmm.
went to my annual checkup. And after probably about 3 or 4 months in, and he was like, whatever you're doing, stick to it. And he said, he said you lost a good bit of weight. So I said, oh, great. And like I said, I just stuck with it.
So I assume your blood work must have been excellent too. I mean,
Oh,
if it
yes,
wasn't
yes, blood
mentioned.
work. Yeah, blood work is excellent because well, he actually said, you must eat right because your blood work and everything is great. So I said, I try, you know. because like I said,
Okay.
it's hard to explain to even doctors. A lot of doctors are, you know, they're not believers. But
Oh God. Yeah.
that's it. The proof is in the pudding.
Well, so for all our listeners out there, I really want to highlight and underscore that point that after how many months had you been doing this and went to the doctor? Like 6 months, 7 months?
Oh no, no, probably about 4 months. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It wasn't long at
Wow.
all. Like 4
So in just
months.
4 months' time, your blood work came back excellent, so much so that the
Excellent.
doctor commended you.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
And was
Yeah.
that an improvement from before, or?
Well, I've been fortunate because even at my heaviest, um, I've always had good blood pressure. I've never been on any kind of medication, anything like that. So I've always been fairly healthy. It's just, I just ate the wrong things and I was blowing up. And he did tell me I was pre-diabetic at one time, but obviously that,
Mm-hmm.
that has diminished and gone away. And I'm happy for it. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I mean that's a big deal. So you really made a big turnaround there in, a pretty short period of time.
Yeah,
So
exactly, exactly.
yeah, so I mean it's heartening to know that it doesn't take that long to really start to see significant changes.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because on the video, the doctor explains, he said, do it for 30 days. And he said, I'm at like 4 months now. And I was thinking, okay, I get this thing a try for 30 days. But I felt so good after the 30 days, I just kept going, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I just stayed with it. And everything just started to fall into place.
Yeah.
And I think I went from like a 4X to an extra large.
Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
in under a year.
wow. That is just amazing. So do you feel like you're at your goal? You're just going to keep going? Like there's no, I guess there's no need to make any changes if you're happy with what you're doing.
No, no, no. I'm just gonna stick with this. This is who I am now because, like I said, I feel, more than anything, I feel great. I mean, my energy is there, and I just came off of Thanksgiving morning. We did me and my friend of mine. We did the turkey trot where we did the challenge where
Wow.
we ran a 10K, then came back in, ran a 5K. Then after that, I ran the 1K. So we had to do it back to back to back.
Wait, I'm
And
sorry. All in one day?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We got medals for it. We had a great time. So
That's a lot of Ks.
it is, it is. Hey, trust me, I felt it. But I would wake up, like I said, with a standard American diet after working out and running. I would wake up sore the next day. Now all the soreness is gone, all the inflammation. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna stick with this because, with my exercise routine, and that's something I'm not bagging up off of. So, it is definitely a benefit.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, what is it that you're eating? What do you eat?
Well, in the mornings I have first thing in the morning I have a bottle of water and a cup of black coffee, and then I usually work out. And I have two patties, four scrambled eggs, two beef patties, four scrambled eggs, and like four slices of bacon. I'll do that, and that'll hold me over all day until my second meal, which is my last meal, and that'll be a probably a steak and some more bacon, steak, and I air fry some wings, and that's it.
That
That's
sounds
it.
delicious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never hungry, always satisfied. So
Do
that's
you
it.
add electrolytes or any kind of supplements or anything like that?
No, no. Every so often I have a bang, a low energy drink. It has no carbs in it. I have that, but I don't go overboard with that because you can't trust it just because it said no carbs. But I have one every now and then. But for the most part, just water and black coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Yeah, yeah. Because I found all those supplements and things, you don't really need them. A lot of the stuff just to sell you. I see a lot of, they advertise a lot of stuff, but if you just stick to the basics and keep everything simple, it it'll work.
So, have you noticed a difference in your workout or your strength, or, are you making gains that you weren't expecting, or?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Legs, chest, arms, everything. I'm able to run a lot further. Strength wise, I'm lifting a lot. A lot more. Even though I try to keep it light. Things like I said is everything has improved. Is great.
Awesome. And what does your family think? Are they on board? Your, kids, wife, what, or your extended family?
Well, yeah. My wife, she's I try to let her know, like, you have to go 100%, but then I have to really check myself and realize that everybody's not going doesn't have the discipline or the same kind of willpower that I have. Like I said, I could just stop things cold turkey. But some people have to ease into it. So right now she's still on like meat and vegetables, but she usually eat dinner with me, and I prepare her the meals, but her coffee, she hasn't gotten to the black coffee yet. She's still with a little cream and a little honey and all that, you know.
Okay.
But everybody else, I tell them about it, and family members, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." And I tell them the same thing over and over. I don't think they believe me. And I told them simple. I said, "This is simple. All you have to do is this." But
Yeah.
yeah.
So, are you the one that grills at night and you grill up all the steaks and anybody who wants one gets one? Is that how it
Well,
works at your house?
yeah, 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 yeah. But it's only my wife and I, so
Yeah.
um, I prepare all the meals here. Like I said, I never eat out, ever, ever, ever. Unless we go out to dinner on a little. But as far as I'm to fast food, things like that, no.
Did you
And she's
before, or is that
Yeah,
something new? Oh, you did. Used to eat
yeah.
out a lot.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I was a buffet fiend. I ate buffets and stopped at Zaxby's and all that. But now I don't
Gotcha.
even have the appetite for it. I just
Yeah.
crave steaks now. Yeah.
That's a good life.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful,
How about pork
beautiful
belly? You
life.
ever have that? Do you ever try different cuts of meat?
Oh yeah, yeah. I eat all meat. I ate pork chops, pork belly, fat back. Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, I eat it. And like I said, it doesn't bother me. Liver, like I said, all types of meat. But I make sure for dinner, um, my main thing is a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah. That's the main thing. So I make sure I have a steak, and anything else is just a bonus. But like I said, I very rarely, if ever, go off course.
That's awesome. So you're set. You're set for life. This is what you're doing.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Like I said, I see no need to go back because I never felt as good as I feel now. Like I said, I used to wake up sore, and I had a little accident where I messed my knee up, and I was supposed to have surgery, but um, I kind of rehabbed myself, but I still had pain. I would have to wear the knee sleeves and stuff like that because I kept running. I'm kind of hard headed, and now I don't have anything on my knees. Knees don't bother me at all. Back doesn't hurt. Everything. I mean, I'm feeling like I'm 35.
Nice. Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I mean, running is just generally, I think, hard on the knees, especially for bigger, taller people. You said you're 6'5".
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's big. So
Yeah. It
I'm
is. It
impressed.
is. It is. It is. Hey,
And
look
you
at
did 10, what was it, like 10 miles after on Christmas or Thanksgiving Day?
it was like yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep. That
And
was
then you
it.
just had your 2 meals. You hopped in, you did a whole bunch of races, won them. You got medals.
Yeah, we got medals. Like I said, well, you had to complete them to get your medals, and when too many people doing it, you could come do, the individual. You could do the 10K to 5K, but it was my first challenge. My friend, he's a runner, so he always does it, and I just trained for it. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it this year. And
Mm-hmm.
I trained for it, and I was able to accomplish it, and felt great
Nice.
afterwards. And it made Thanksgiving even all that much better.
Yeah. Wow. So
Yeah.
impressive.
Oh,
It's
thank
really
you.
awesome to talk to people who, have a really, well-defined workout routine. I think a lot of us struggle with that aspect of
Yeah,
it. So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My wife, she used to do a lot of traveling for work, so it was really hard for her to incorporate, a workout in, especially after coming home, and I can understand, everybody has to make up their own mind. But I just try to stick with it because once you stop, it's so hard to start back. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I just made it part of my life. You know how that is. It's hard to start back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. When was the last time you would say you slipped off and weren't eating carnivore?
mhm. Well, I had actually Thanksgiving. I had some dessert, and horrible decision because I got leg cramps and Charlie horse is so bad. Oh, horrible. And
Wow.
that was it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just did. I wasn't craving it. I just did it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let my hair down. And I
Yeah.
did it, and it was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you gonna do Christmas?
Oh no, 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 no. Stick to the plan. It's not, I tell everybody, if it's really not worth how you feel afterwards, especially, if you're seeing success and you've been doing it, a certain amount of time, stick with it because it's really not worth, I mean, the way it makes your body feel, oh, you feel horrible.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to, like I say, stick with my 2 meals on Christmas and that's it.
Yeah. Boy, I
Um,
am like really, really impressed. So many people, it's a much harder sell to get them going
oh
on this.
yeah, it is. It is. It is. Like I said, once I saw that video one time, and that was it for me, because how you say you was sick or tired of being tired, and I was just tired of it. Like I said, I was working out religiously. I wasn't seeing any results. I wasn't performing, running and stuff like I wanted to, and I just decided to stick with it. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, I mean, I started really losing weight. I think after the second week and I started getting compliments and things like that. And I said, well, I might as well stick with this. After the 30 days, I never looked back.
So you were running even 100 pounds heavier than you are now.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah, yeah.
God.
Doing
So
it
how do
then,
you have
yeah.
any knees left? I don't understand how that
You
didn't just
right,
destroy them.
you right. I have no idea. Like I said, I guess I got good genes, but I never. I did it because how I was doing it, and then after the doctor was like, well, maybe you need to stop running. But I just kept on, and my knees got better, and then went carnivore, and they no problems. Like I said, I was able to take the knee braces off, and now I just go out there and do it. But I try to cut down. I probably do maybe 4 miles a day, not much. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
So what's next for you now that you have so much more comfort? Like, are there more races? Is there a Christmas trot? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I do, I just any races we have in town. Um, I try to sign up for them and do them. I just like being active. Like I said, take me back to my sports days when I played and my military training. And like I said, that what works for me. So I just try to sign up for little 5Ks and things like that, and
Mm-hmm.
just keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep
Mm-hmm.
doing what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah. Because like I said, I've been doing it now for so long. When I don't do it, I feel horrible. So,
Mm-hmm.
this makes me feel better, look better. So I'm just gonna stick with it.
Yeah. So, what words of wisdom do you have for other people who are looking or thinking about trying this diet? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that they can't go wrong. It's one of the best decisions. Start doing something for yourself. Because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. I always tell people health is the real bag. You're chasing after other things, but once you try this and really give it a chance, you'll find out that it's the best decision. I mean, everything. I mean, even your thoughts, your concentration, it improves everything. And I know it'll take 5 to 10 years off your life. As far as going back, I mean, you'll feel that much better. So I'm telling you, it
Wow.
you can't
Yeah.
go
So
wrong
it
with it.
it makes you younger and it gives you more years on the back end as well. I think
Oh
it
yeah, it
probably
does.
will allow you to live
It
another 10 or
does.
15 years.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Because my neighbor, he was telling me that his hands would go numb, and he said my hands would go numb, my feet would swell. But now that he's on this diet, I mean, if you see him, his skin is so much clearer. Um, he has his veins are showing. I mean, he looks great, and he's probably about 6'3", and I mean, he looks I mean, totally different.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
like I said, if you're not a gym rat or anything like that, you can lose weight just by eating this way. I mean,
Yeah.
the working out part is not it's not necessary. I mean, you don't. I can tell anybody, you don't have to do what I do, but this is something I've been doing all my life, and I just decided to stick with it. And
Yeah.
now I'm reaping the benefits, and I'm starting to enjoy the workout.
Mhm.
But before it was like, I got to work out. Now I look forward to it.
Wow. So even with that attitude, you still went ahead and did it. That's
Yeah,
impressive. You were
yeah,
determined.
yeah.
You were not
Oh
going to
yeah,
stop for anything.
yeah. No, 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 no. I'm big on effort. I mean, I don't care if you come in last place. It doesn't matter. It's just I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and know that I didn't do my best. You know, like I said, as long as you give me effort, I'm fine with that. And
Mhm.
I'm not satisfied at the end of the day if I didn't do my best. And that's with anything in life. So I always try to do my best and give it everything I have. And fortunately, it just happened to work out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a lot. That really is a big deal. I know when I first started working out when I was losing weight, I it was really hard for me to like get up and get to the gym. And every night I'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to work out in the morning. It's going to be great." And then every
Hmm.
morning it was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, let me just hit the snooze button a little while longer."
Yeah. I've been
So,
there.
yeah. So I finally made a deal with myself. All I had to do was get to the gym and scan my key fob and then I could go home if I wanted to. And
Oh, been there
just
before.
getting myself to the building just made all the difference. So
Yep.
most days I would say, okay, all I have to do is 5 minutes on a machine and then I can leave if I want. But most times I would stay and I would keep going longer. But sometimes I would leave. And sometimes I did just scan my key fob and go home and go back to bed. But, it was really a big shift for me to just make it a little bit easier to get there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I made it so simple for me that I mean I had no excuses. Like I said, I just built my home garage and I mean a home
Yeah.
gym in the garage and just open the door and go out there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And what would you say to men about doing this diet? I mean, I feel like I have a harder sell for women because there's such there's so much culture around, masculinity and meat. And so for women, it's kind of like, oh, that's women don't eat meat.
Yeah.
But I find, but still, I find it, I don't know, I feel like there's probably more women doing this anyway. So I wonder what your thoughts are.
Oh yeah. I agree, 100%. But like I said, for men, everything will improve. Your relationship, your patience will get better because I mean, I've been known to have a short fuse, but now I just find myself having a whole lot more patience. And like I say, your overall, I mean, as we get older, you still want to look good and present yourself well, and have clothes that fit. Be able to still shop off the rack. And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, yeah, this is guaranteed. Guaranteed, you can't go wrong. And like I said, after a few weeks, you won't even you'll find that the things you thought were important are not important at all. As far as the sugary foods and the carbs, you don't even miss them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm really pleased to hear that this has worked so well for you. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the community? I really would like this to be a really supportive place and for people to get to know each other. So I really appreciate your coming on here and letting people know a little bit more about you. What else would you like to share?
Just like I said, just that the easiest way, well, I found the easiest way, just to keep it simple. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to scale. You can judge yourself off, when you look in the mirror, the way, where your clothes feel, or the way the clothes fit, how you feel, your sleeping habits. Once you start to see them improvements, try to stick with the same meals as much as you can. Like I said, you might can't eat it every day like I do. That's fine. But just keep everything simple and keep it to a minimum. Eliminate all the bad stuff. Don't overdo it. Get out, try to get a little bit of walking. And with that, try to get a little resistance training. And like I said, and if you're gonna go off course, just make it one meal and jump back on. I mean, nobody's perfect. Like I said, we all fall short. But try and find someone that's encouraging, um, that's doing the same thing you can do, and you can lead off. You can lean on each other and feed off of each other. And I guarantee you, if you stick with it, you won't have any regrets. Because I'm sold out for life.
Nice. Oh, and I did have one question. So I did take a look at your Facebook page, and I saw you do enjoy a quality cigar. So I wonder, do you also drink whiskey? Like, how do you incorporate alcohol, or is that just did you give up all those sorts of things?
Well, no, I've never been a big drinker, anyway, but I used to drink a little bit of beer, but now I don't drink. I don't have a taste for beer anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I enjoy a cigar, um, and if I do drink liquor, is white. It's like Absolute, um, uh, Ciroc or something like that. But it has to be white and no more than a glass. One drink and that's it for me. But that's very rare, maybe
Mm-hmm.
once a month, if that. So like I
Right.
said, I've never been a big drinker,
Yeah.
and just like I say, cigars and one or two, I'm
Yeah.
good to go. Yeah.
Do you notice that the alcohol hits you harder now that you're carnivore?
Mm, yeah, I would say yeah, really fast. Yeah, like I say, because after
Yeah.
one, that's all you want. That's all you be like, hey, that's enough for me. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
do try to
yeah.
remind people when they go carnivore, like I don't encourage, drinking. It's not a health product. But if you are going to drink, you will get wasted off of
Oh
what
yeah, a
before
whole
was
lot
like,
faster.
yeah.
Whole
So
lot
just be
faster. Yeah.
careful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think the last time I had a drink was probably about a month ago, month and a half ago. So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very mindful, what I take in, and I never wanted that to be a part of me, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Something that I had, to use as a crutch. Like, okay, I did this, so I deserve a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, I'm just enjoying it the way it is and reaping the benefits.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on and sharing your story. I really appreciate it, and I think that people are really going to appreciate this. And I hope that you are inspiring to our listeners. If anybody is listening and really wondering if this is the right thing to do for you or something to try, I would say look to Kasaan and me, and many of the other stories that I've told on the podcast. There are people who are just thriving eating this way
Yes,
and achieving optimal health. So
yes.
yeah, it sounds like you could be running on for another 40 years.
You're right. Hey, look at. I hope so. If all goes well. Thank you so much for the invite. I really enjoyed sharing and thank you. And like I say, anybody out there listening, just hang in there, keep hammering, and I promise you it'll work.
Okay, awesome. All right, so everybody, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time on the Black Carnivore podcast. All right, have a great day.